This is Mount Washington Residence, formerly known as a sanitarium and a clinic for tuberculosis patients who died in care. It's one of the more haunted spots in Wisconsin. I'm going to go inside tonight, see if I can spot some of the ghosts. The Haunting of Mount Washington, tonight on Wisconsin Unexplained.
Got enough locks on there?
We have to do that. Keep people.
I mean, somebody's gonna get in there?
Someone's got a master key.
Oh,
Someone broke in and all with a master key. So I have to do that to keep them from using this door. All the other doors are bolted shut. There's too much damage to cause this lock open.
That is a lot of lock.
Hey, gotta be safe than sorry. I don't need any copper lines or damaging the boiler or stealing anything of value. So until we decide what to do with the building, it's, we gotta be cautious. We have the Eau Claire police monitoring this building. Several neighbors in the area are monitoring this building. It's more so for the public's safety and the people's safety who try to break in here, that they don't get in here and get hurt. So, yeah, I'll give you guys a tour, tell you the history I know about the building, and see, and hopefully everybody likes what we have to share with you. Come on in. I'll give you guys a quick, thorough tour, tell you the brief history I know about the place. Currently, as you can see, we are trying to eliminate all the product that was left behind when the building was shut down last year. The state shut it down permanently, and residents and workers here, this is the mess they left me. The story is, this building was built back in 1937. It started out as a tuberculosis sanitarium. The rumors are it was a sanitarium, it was also a regular sanitarium, hospital, school, and a retirement community, before finally last year in March, when the state shut her down for unknown various reasons. There's several stories, and I guess you could say first-hand experiences of people have encountered hauntings in this building per se. We have several kids that have broken in over the past under the notion that they were going to experience hauntings. So at night, this place does get creepy to other people. I've never had anything bother me, but I've met several other people that have experienced quite weird things. So if you follow me, the stories are when it was a tuberculosis sanitarium, when the patients died, which were, I guess, several patients died, they have what they call a body chute somewhere in the premises where the bodies were dropped down to ground level and incinerated on site here at this residence. Anything you want to add, Andrew? You're on camera.
Have you seen anything yourself?
Once recently, about a week ago, I was doing some cleanings and the door just randomly closed and shut right on my face. There was nobody around, and Tony was downstairs, down another floor, and I could not find what happened, who was there, or what even happened. It still remains a mystery to me, but other things still are creepy, like windows and stuff. I'll hear weird noises. When you pass the elevator chute, I've heard people say names of other people and other weird callings.
Yesterday, my mother-in-law was here. She's a big believer in the spiritual world. She was having what they call episodes of spirits here in the hospital talking to her. Matter of fact, one of them had suggested not to take you guys to the third floor upstairs because there is a mean spirit that resides up there. One of the other spirits that was talking to her was a elderly lady, and she kept telling my mother-in-law that it was really cold in the building. And then another spirit that she encountered was of a little child who was asking for her toys. And that was yesterday afternoon, about 4 o'clock, I want to say.
Yep.
Honestly, I'm not sure I want to go to the third floor now.
You're with me, you'll be fine. They don't mess with me. This building, this section, the section that we just passed through was the original 2 sections of the hospital. The far section down there in the end where you came in was added on later.
Were those the keys that were stolen back there?
There's several keys that are laying around here. This door here was actually a service door to a walkway that went across the parking lot to the nurse's residence. And you can see from here where the walkway started and went to the other building where the discolorment is in the brick, where you can see the brick, and then you see where it's been added on right there, filled in. There was a skyway that went across right there. The nurses resided over there while this was operated as a tuberculosis hospital. Another rumor of a story that I heard was there was a maintenance worker working here at one time who got spooked from a voice, or I'm not certain what it was, but the story is that he had heard something, got spooked, he turned to run, and he impaled himself onto a spike sticking out of some wall back in this general area where he died on site. This is the boiler room area. People say this is the creepiest part of the whole building. I myself have never experienced anything. I had a friend, we did a walkthrough here one time. We went in here, we came out, we went to go upstairs, and as he grabbed the hand railing to go up the stairway, his hands all of a sudden, once he touched the railings, became extremely wet. And he was already albino, white hair, pitch white skin, his hair all stood up on his arms and on the back of his neck, and he actually turned another shade whiter than he already was. He felt like something passed through him. So welcome to the as they call it, the spooky room. Hence, somebody wrote on the door, the spooky area. And this general area on the outside is where the incinerator is that they used to cremate the bodies back in the 30s as the patients died rapidly from tuberculosis. It's quite a historic building. I myself find it, I guess the right word would be rather intriguing, just because when it comes to, as I refer to them, the spooks, I find it challenging. I like to come in here and challenge them, but again, nothing's ever accepted the challenge. This was operated as the arts and crafts room. Something I find really interesting is what some kids wrote on the floor in here. They drew a pentagram and wrote some obviously silly sayings. We did find at one point homemade Ouija board with the center glass that they supposedly the spirits can communicate by moving the glass piece around the Ouija board. The Ouija board was actually just made out of a piece of cardboard with the numbers and letters wrote on it. Not that I feel that that would actually work, but again, everybody experiences different hauntings here, so they thought they could challenge the past spirits that were either here or had been here. We're going to go up to the top.
Okay, so this
Out here.
This was the area, this was the door that had closed in right in front of me. I was walking out with a piece of furniture and on my way to the door was wide open. Usually it doesn't hold itself. As you can see, instead of it closing, it slammed shut hard. You can see the door catches, but it didn't catch when I was there. It just completely shut and slammed. Really scared me. But it doesn't close. But somehow it managed to slam shut.
And if you look out here, that attachment right there, the rumor is that's the incinerator inside there where the bodies were burnt. 3 of these floors are exactly in exact same layout, so I'm not going to bore you with each floor as far as walking it, but I will take you up to what we call the penthouse. The penthouse reminds me of the movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. You'll see what I mean when we go up there. One night when I had called the police to come and do a sweep of the building, we were standing down out there in the parking lot, and an officer swears he's seen a black figure pass this window.
Anyone else hear that humming?
Huh?
What's that humming, do you know?
That's the alarm for the fire system. It's linked to that building over there. That building's shut down, so it's reading an error code.
Well, something just punched me.
Felt something?
Wow.
It punched me
Yeah.
Really?
right in the back.
Wow. This is actually really cool in here.
Yeah. Except for it's so cool that I'm not even freaked out about being punched in the back.
There definitely is a different presence when you walk through rooms. There's sort of a vibe you get for each room you enter. And this one, when you walk into it, you can definitely feel there's a presence of some sort.
My gosh, what
And this is the 3rd floor, or is this the 4th floor?
This is the 4th.
Okay.
I think that spirit that they're talking about on the 3rd floor is back and forth between this area and the 3rd floor, because it's in the vicinity on the 3rd floor where he likes to hang out. So this could be his little area. I myself, again, have never experienced anything because, I don't know, I don't fear it, but plenty of other people have experienced paranormal activity here, so it's definitely a building that, definitely something walking around here. I have not caught it yet, I've been trying, but it don't want to come near me. We've even had other officers here doing sweeps, and one story in particular, there was a female officer on one floor. She seen a figure down the hallway, looked like a man. She told him to stand down. He wouldn't, kept coming at her. She went to grab for her gun. The story is, she heard something behind her. She turned back to look, nothing there. She turned back, that figure was gone. She immediately went back downstairs to talk with the property manager at the time before me to ask if this place was haunted. The story is, he asked her whereabouts she was. She was next to the elevator, and he had told her every time that he goes back and forth past the elevator system that there's something in there that calls him by name. The story is, she refuses to come back in this building because she's spooked. But you can feel, like when I come here, I can smell something, and to me, it's the smell of death from everybody that's died here. Like got its own lingering scent. A lot of people say it's like dust or dirt. I think it's the smell of death, but there's a long history here. God only knows how many people have passed away here, so. We will find out though if we get to tear the building down. If we do, we gotta dig up the incinerator. We'll see what happens when we dig that up, so we'll definitely stir something up. The guy that I was telling you about that touched the railings and his hands were wet, he refuses to ever come back here because he's spooked. But on a good day when it's warm out and you stand outside, you can look everywhere in Eau Claire on the south side. It's got a great view. And for the record, I do intend on spending one night here before we tear the building down to see if I can catch anything or someone.
Make sure to have a recorder going.
Oh, I intend on it. I'm gonna sleep right up here and see if I can catch the mean one. I'll take you down to the outside balcony. This is the third floor where they see the mean one hangs out.
Now this elevator here to your right is where everyone here passes. Every time somebody goes by it, sometimes they'll hear their name get called or other stories of them saying something. And it just gives people the chills. I swear I've heard my name once at least.
But you can get a clear shot. This is where they let the patients come outside and have dinner.
I think it's colder in the building.
But since I got you up here, we'll walk the third floor down to the other end and go down the stairways to see if we can pick up some spooks. But just to walk these hallways and think about the history here really gets the mind, you know, it's intriguing to just think about what's all gone on in here since 1937. Not that I can show you, but what's really creepy is in the other building, there's a window in the stairway going upstairs.
Could you stand in the light more?
Yeah. In the other building, when you go up the stairs, there's a window that's got the storm window on, and they're both perfectly shut. There's 3 dead birds that have been there for quite a while, and they're not even decayed. They've been there for quite a long time.
Yeah, there is also weird drawings and sketches up in another room in the smaller building. All the windows are taken out, they're boarded up, and on the wall there's almost a perfect picture of a drawn eagle and one of the saints up on the wall.
St. Peter.
Yep, St. Peter, he's up on the wall, and there's crosses, upside down crosses, and all that other stuff.
You hear that? Listen to my feet, my footsteps. Hopefully echo. So yeah, that's Mount Washington. You're welcome to come back anytime and we can do this again, or if you feel up to it, you can spend the night with me here one night and see if we can catch a spook for everybody to see. Yes, I'm nuts, but I just don't have a fear for the spirits. Maybe that's why they don't mess with me. I don't know, but I'm Tony again. That's Andrew.
Andrew?
This is Andrew's girlfriend. She should introduce herself for camera. If anybody's ever got any questions, let me know. I mean, there's a long history. Would I say myself, honestly, 100% if I think this building's haunted? Yeah, it's haunted. But I guess I'm the wrong guy because nobody wants to mess with me here, so. There you go. Welcome to Mount Washington.
I'm convinced. Are you? Thank you for joining us on Wisconsin Unexplained.